Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to VC Football. Today we will be analyzing the game between Mexico and the USA in the 2019 CONCACAF Gold Cup. How was Mexico able to get the win in the final? We're going to discuss just that in today's video, so without further ado, let's get into it. Both teams lined up in a 4-3-3 for this game, and the USA starting 11 was made up of the following players. Mexico continued using their preferred formation and key players, but I do want to point out Tata brought back Antuna on the right wing following his experiment with Alvarado there in the prior game. After having to go into extra time twice the past two games, Mexico was able to get the win in regular time with a final score of 1-0 thanks to a great shot by Dos Santos. The team had already been pressing the USA back for a while, and it seemed only a matter of time before they got on the score sheet, and sure enough, after a cheeky backheel pass from Jimenez, Dos Santos scored what would turn out to be the winning goal of the competition for Mexico. It was definitely a shaky start for Mexico though, with the USA having a great opportunity to take an early lead through Altidore, who completely shattered Moreno's ankles but could not get his shot on target. Not to mention a goal line clearance from Guardado was needed to keep the score 0-0 in the second half. The USA was not able to take advantage of their clear chances though, and this cost them dearly. But let's take a look at the numbers and see what they have to say about what happened in the game. As always, I have my stats here provided by ESPN, and as we can see, Mexico had 57% possession of the ball, had twice as many shots compared to the USA, and Mexico had 5 shots on target compared to the USA's 3. Now let's have a look at the tactics from Mexico that gave them the win. As we discussed earlier, Mexico continues using the 4-3-3, and what stood out to me in this game was definitely the midfield, specifically Dos Santos. Every attack went through him, and he did an amazing job with his diagonal passes and playmaking abilities, so needless to say, it seemed only fitting when he scored the winning goal of the game. Next, I want to give a lot of credit to Tata Martino, who in the second half decided to switch his wingers, and that left Pizarro on the right flank so that he could make runs towards Tim Ream. Why is this important? Well, the reason is Tim Ream normally plays as a center back, but in this one he was a left back, and he completely seemed out of it, as evidenced by the constant stream of attacks that were coming from that right flank. Lastly, Mexico definitely knew how to manage the game better. The USA ran out of gas around the hour mark, and it was clear for everybody to see. To be fair though, the USA has a fairly young team, with over half of them being under the age of 25. Meanwhile, Mexico has about a third of their players near 30 or already over that age. Mexico's veterans surely used their experience from past key games though, and definitely knew when to attack and when to defend. Now that the tournament has ended, let's have a look at the numbers and recap how Mexico did. Mexico scored the most goals all competition with 16 total, but was fairly average defensively, allowing 4 past them. In terms of goal differential, we see that Mexico came in second with a rating of +12, only behind the USA at +13. It is important to see this information because it shows how a team is doing overall. Obviously, a team cannot win games if they are negative in this aspect. Next, we see that Mexico had the second place top goal scorer in the competition, with Jimenez scoring 5 goals. Thanks to his performance, he was also awarded the Golden Ball in this competition. And while scoring goals is important, not allowing the opponent to score on you is just as important too. And for his performance, Ochoa was awarded the Golden Glove for his amazing saves. Overall, the team as a whole did amazing, and the trophy was well deserved. So there we have it. Mexico are the champions of the 2019 CONCACAF Gold Cup. Thank you so much for following me throughout the competition, and I just want to let y'all know we will be focusing on La Liga starting next video, so subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.